If you're thinking about moving to Wilmette, Illinois, you probably want to consider the pros and cons of moving here and whether it's the right choice for you. So I have 3 pros and 3 cons for you, and you decide. So one of the pros of living in Wilmette, Illinois are the schools. People move here from all over the country for our top-rated schools, all the way from elementary school, middle school, junior high, up to New Trier High School. You're getting a top education. Chicago Magazine in 2024 just named New Trier High School the #1 school in suburban Cook County. So great public education system. My kids have gone through it all the way from elementary up to New Trier High School, and I've just been amazed by the opportunities that they've had because of the education. The #2 pro of living in Wilmette is the proximity to the lake. Over at Gilson Park, there are 60 acres of lakefront property. That includes the beach, green area, you can picnic, there are tennis courts there, playground. It really is unbelievable. I walk to the lake all the time, year-round, and it is something that just feels like you're on vacation, and yet it's just living here in Wilmette. The #3 pro of living in Wilmette is the community. It is a small Midwestern town, and it feels like it in the best possible way, where you know your neighbors, the kids walk to school together, and people really have each other's back here in Wilmette. So that's the 3 pros of living in Wilmette. So if you're thinking of moving to Wilmette, Illinois, you're also going to want to consider the cons. And so here are the 3 cons of living in Wilmette. #1 are the taxes. Taxes are really high. Illinois, in Wilmette, the income tax, the property taxes here in Wilmette, the sales tax, so that's something to consider. Yes, you get phenomenal schools, but there is a cost to that. #2 is the cost of living. There is a high cost of living here in Wilmette. Housing is expensive. You'll also find that the yards are smaller than, say, if you went to some of the western suburbs. One of the things that I do like about the smaller yards, though, is that you are closer to your neighbors, and so when the kids are walking out the door, heading to school, you don't have a half acre between you as you're all walking down the street. Also, trick-or-treating is really great here in Wilmette. So the #3 con of living in Wilmette is it is quieter. We don't have the nightlife of downtown Chicago, for example. So there is a very vibrant community here in Wilmette. We have great restaurants. It's all just going to happen a little earlier than you may be used to in the city. But plus side, you can just hop on the metro and head downtown whenever you want. If you have any questions about living in Wilmette, I'm Ali.wenzke, author of The Art of Happy Moving and a realtor on Chicago's North Shore.